You have all the strength and power you need right here. No matter what anyone has told you in the past, no matter what you've heard, no matter what you told yourself, you are enough. You are whole. There might be parts and pieces that maybe are a little imbalanced, but you know what? That's okay. We're human. We're not supposed to be perfect. We're not supposed to be this whole, immaculate being, you know? That's why we're on this plane. That's why we're having this human experience. You are a soul in a human body having a human experience. So everything that you're going through, the trials, the tribulations, the different relationships and the different understandings that you're having with your own physical body, the foods that you eat, the practices that you are making into a routine, the different people on your path, everything that comes up is a lesson. It is there for a reason, and more often than not, that reason is to regain your personal power. To regain your personal power by setting boundaries and saying, no, you know what? This person does not serve me. I'm going to gently cut ties with them. I wish them well, but I cannot have them in my life anymore. Or setting boundaries with certain foods and saying, you know what? I know that when I eat this food, it does not serve my body well. I do not have a good response. So for me, I'm going to set a boundary and say no to this food, at least for now or forever, whatever your choice is. The power comes from within here, actually more so within your stomach or your solar plexus. That is where the confidence, the courage, the action-taking abilities come in. And just like you kind of learned about already within the chakra meditation and the presentation itself, having any blockages comes with digestive discomfort or just that not having enough confidence, that nervousness, that kind of, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm not good enough. And this is where your personal power is. So if you notice that you're having trouble saying no to certain things or speaking your truth or just having conviction of the things that you want and owning your personal power, this is something to look at. Because your personal power is there. Even if you feel like you haven't been able to stand up for yourself or whatever the case may be, there is personal power still residing within you. It's just kind of hiding under all these different layers. So in order to kind of pull back those layers, we need to come back to this place of understanding, of truth, of conviction. First of all, noticing who we are. Not only physically, the physical body, yes, that is important to take care of, to make sure that we are properly, moving and healed and, nourishing our bodies and everything like that. Yes, that is important, but the physicality of us does not define who we are. That comes from within. So finding that personal power, finding that personal strength, overcoming these obstacles as they were. And instead of having these obstacles and saying, you know what, oh, okay, this is just another roadblock, it's just another detour, I need to just, throw in the towel and give up because I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not powerful enough. No, throw that all out the window. Toss it. Leave it there. Because obstacles, as Gabrielle Bernstein says, obstacles are detours in the right direction. So when we are faced with a problem or frustration or roadblock or whatever we want to call it, our ego, our human mind first immediately goes, oh crap, okay, well, you know what, I've done something wrong, something's not right. But actually, in the divine intervention's eyes, this is placed in front of you to strengthen who you are, to see if you really are in alignment with your core values, your beliefs. If you are in alignment with who you say that you are. Are you going for the things that make you feel good? Are you setting these boundaries? So with that obstacle, what lesson are you being taught at that moment? What lesson are you being asked to look at? What test are you being asked to take? Where are you in your journey? And it could be an obstacle with an aspect of the physical body. It could be an obstacle with food, or maybe with some kind of illness or dis-ease within the body. Maybe it's an obstacle relating to the mind, the different thoughts, the beliefs, the different mentalities, or even thoughts and things that people are kind of speaking to you, or you kind of like are listening to in your ear. It could be an obstacle spiritually. Maybe it's time to lean into yourself, your worth, your power, your strength, maybe a higher power, whatever you choose to believe in. Knowing that something is out there for you to guide you, to be that divine light, to show you all the amazing blessings that are here and are going to continue to come in so long as you let them. So kind of stacking those on top of one another, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, all of those come into one with your personal power. Stepping into that light, stepping into that new aura of yourself. Who do you want to be? What are your values? What do you want in the world? What will you not take from anyone? What are you going to say no to? What are you going to say yes to? Who are you going to say yes to? I hope, first of all, you say yes to yourself first before anyone else. Come back to that thought. Every time that you feel maybe weak or not good enough, or insert whatever word or phrase that you use when you get caught up in these obstacles that life is throwing at you. Come back and say, you know what? Okay, it's my turn to take the power back. This is being given to me as an opportunity to grab it, to learn, to grow, to achieve, to move beyond. So whatever obstacle you might be facing at this moment, whether it's 1, whether it's 10, we all have different levels at any given time. Taking each obstacle on its own, sitting with it, allowing yourself to see it from a different perspective. You can write it out, you can talk to someone else, preferably someone who's not going to kind of give an opinion back, but someone who can just be a sounding board, so you can just speak and listen to the words that you are saying, the emotions that you're giving off, and maybe see if anything kind of clicks within your mind. You can even choose to talk to yourself on the camera or make a little voice recording, going over all the details of the obstacle that you're facing or the emotion that you're facing or whatever it is. Talk it out. And then play it back to yourself. You can watch your body language. You can listen to the inflection of your voice. Chances are that personal power is in there and it's going to come out in ways that you didn't notice it before. And when you notice that personal power come out, not only during these practices, but later on as it continues to grow, you'll feel it right here. You'll feel that excitement. You'll feel that light. You'll feel that strength, that courage. You'll feel kind of yourself kind of opening up, as it were. Because sometimes we kind of sit like this, kind of huddled in, kind of keeping our stomach closed and tight, making sure no one sees it or covers, and because it feels very vulnerable, very open. But as we learn to gain that inner power, that inner strength, that inner conviction, we can then step up, open ourselves up, letting this area not be so crushed and condensed, but letting it open, letting that light and even our breath as we breathe in, extending the diaphragm out right under the rib cage, exhaling, breathing it back in. The breath becomes easier, digestion becomes better, the emotionality of that space becomes higher. Your personal power comes back. It is reignited. It is re-strengthened. It is reaffirmed. So taking anything that I said today, rewatch this video, listen for new things that pop up. Each and every time you listen to something, something new will come out. Come back to this again and again, remembering that everything that is brought to you is for a divine reason. Coming back, stepping into your power, taking charge. What do you want? What don't you want? Who do you want to be? Who don't you want to be? Creating these lists, condensing and combining them. And finally coming to this one set of paper that can be as long as you want. But writing out what you want, who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to do, where that personal power comes from. And then each and every day, making one small baby step towards regaining that personal power, towards saying yes to yourself, choosing yourself, advocating for yourself, cheerleading for yourself. This is for you. Come back to that personal power. Bring something yellow into your life. It could be clothing, it could be a picture, it could be a book, just something to kind of remind you of that sunshine, of that light that comes from within here. Knowing that it is always there. It is up to you to strengthen, to nourish, to let it grow and glow. So how will you honor your personal power today?